And introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner, he weighed in at 66.1 kilograms and trains under Joe Lopez out of Freestyle Fight Gym. His professional record stands at 6 wins, 1 loss, fighting out of Wollongong, Australia. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the cage, Sebastian Szalay! And introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, he weighed in at 66.1 kilograms and trains at another North at MTG Fight and Fitness. His professional record stands at 8 wins, 4 losses, fighting out of Hawke's Bay, New Zealand by way of Brisbane, Australia. Make some noise for Dimps Gillies!
Guys, make sure you defend yourselves at all times. Make sure you listen to my instructions all the time when I ask a great team. Touch guys, back to your corners.
A face-off for the ages. Here in our main event for Eternal 87, Seb Szalay in the blue, Dimps Gillies.
Are you ready? Are you ready?
In the red, no questions to be asked. They are ready, no touch of gloves. MCT, cage side with Matt Williams, round 1. Here we go.
Yeah, wow. It's interesting to see them measure up. It's not too often Dimps Gillies finds himself the taller of the 2 fighters in a contest.
Once again, tonight's matchup proudly brought to you in our main event by our friends at Proper Number 12 Irish Whiskey.
You look to dictate the pace early, Dimps Gillies. That's his best bet against Szalay, who's pigeonholed as a karate fighter. I'm not sure if that's fair. There's so many more layers to Sebastian Szalay. He's so good everywhere. He's got some real power too. And it's his positional footwork.
And look at this, Dimps Gillies mixing things up early in the opening segments of round number 1. He's happy to stand and bang, and they'll do so as they separate center cage for the guillotine now.
You might see that at times from Dimps Gillies. He's a wily old veteran.
Yes.
And he might look to put Szalay up against the fence. It's a good way to slow him down and maybe catch him on the break. I don't think we'll be seeing Dimps Gillies go for too many takedowns of his own, but he'd be quite happy to do this and just make it a little bit dirty, get in the face of the Hungarian. One of 2 Hungarians we had in this Grand Prix too. MCT, we had Oliver Smith coming over from New Zealand, also a Hungarian. Interesting little fact. Dimps Gillies looking to press forward. He's deceptively good at parrying with his shoulder as Dimps Gillies, such an unusual skill in the 4-ounce gloves.
Well, he's faced the best strikers Eternal lightweight division has had to offer, alongside former Eternal champ Blake Donnelly, but I'm not sure he's faced a striker such as Seb Szalay. Again, you make mention of that karate background, but when you train out at Freestyle MMA, you've got no choice but to add to that, Matt Williams.
Yeah, absolutely. And look, I don't know if there is any other strikers like Sebastian Szalay out there. You can't even find comparison in the UFC. He's not, like I say, he's not just a karate fighter. He's quite complex. And he's very smart and cerebral. Look at that. He's in the pocket. That's one of his trademark skills. He can get 4 or 5 punches off and then just exits on the tightest of angles. It's quite unusual. That's a good approach from Dimps Gillies, looking to spread the base of the freestyle MMA boy.
9th appearance for Seb Szalay here in Perth. Riding that 5-fight win streak, as you said. Clean elbow on the break for Szalay. Dimps Gillies showing early signs of this battle, blood coming from the nose, and again that unorthodox style of the guillotine on display here tonight.
Just clip the top of the head there, Szalay.
Wow! Down goes Szalay, a stiff right hand down the middle. He's got to be careful, and he scrambles his way out of that position. First knockdown, big moment for Gillies.
Yeah, and Szalay trying to blink it off. He's trying to blink it off as Gillies comes forward. Look, as blood trickles from his nose, this is where he really comes into his own in the middle of battle. He should have been in the middle of a battlefield 400 years ago, running over the top of the hill, this bloke. He's a warrior through and through. It's Szalay just trying to clear the bowels, but takes a big leg kick to the lead leg. MCT.
Some bad intentions on the end of that calf kick, Matt Williams.
He didn't just try and kick it, he tried to kick the leg right off, didn't he?
Well, he throws everything with bad intentions. Huge thanks to proper number 12, Irish Whiskey, bringing us all the action here in our main event for Eternal 87.
It's such an unusual style, and it was, if you watched his, I'd urge you, if you haven't watched it already, to go back and watch his laid bare on the Eternal MMA YouTube channel, and you can see how he started to develop his style. We developed it in backyards, sparring with his boys. He developed it jumping into MMA fights before he even took an MMA class, this bloke. But he's made it work for himself. He's got so evasive with his hands down right in front of his opponent, and not scared to take a punch. In fact, he probably relishes it. Look at that beautiful jab from southpaw from the guillotine.
He's overcome some huge adversity inside and outside the cage. What a life Dimps Gillies has led. And for both these guys, they've had to overcome adversity of their own. A victory for Seb Szalay over Gabriel Schlupp, and for Dimps Gillies, that performance of the night, a third round TKO over City Kickboxing's Oliver Schmidt, sealed his spot in tonight's main event. He now fights for the Eternal Featherweight strap. Lead left hook just misses for Dimps.
Yeah, there's Szalay on the counter. That stumbled Dimps Gillies there. That's a great opening rounds from these two. Both fighters bloodied up already. We're only 5 minutes to the 25 scheduled.
Combat Sports capital in the land down under. Order now on main event and KO. Round 2.
And he gets that left leg up so easily off the lead, doesn't he? Szalay, that karate, years of karate serving him well. Dimps looking to push the pace once more. Szalay, a little bit more urgency, jabs well off the back leg, lead high kick. Just so fast is Szalay.
He's a lifelong mixed martial artist, Seb Szalay. And when you train alongside the likes of Colby Thickness, Justin Funheeren, Alex Volkanovski, Amina Hardaya, under the watchful eye of Joe Lopez, not in attendance here this evening, you can only imagine what you'd learn within those walls of freestyle.
Great lead leg, inside leg kick from Dimps Gillies, just spreading the base of Szalay. And I'm not sure if it happened in the first or the second, but there's a cut over the right eye of Szalay early in this fight. It's not in a great position either. Steps in with the lead elbow, trying to slice and dice a cut of his own. Teep off the front foot, or a front kick if you don't mind, given he's a karate fighter, just trying to create some distance and just trying to stop Dimps Gillies coming forward into his space. He's forcing his feet to be flat at times, Dimps Gillies. Szalay does his best work when he's up on his toes, but forced to fight against the fence for the minute.
It's a tough ask when you've got a guy who just will not let up the pressure in Dimps Gillies. He's not letting Szalay settle into a rhythm. And he caught him off guard in round 1 with that knockdown. NCG Fight and Fitness's finest, Dimps Gillies. Plenty of big names to come out of that gym in Brisbane. As we look at his corner, Paulie Demicoli alongside Alvaro Navarro. Dimps Gillies getting his work out there in Brizzy.
Inside leg kick again, tries to set up the left hook over the top. Szalay's starting to use that as an option to create space now when he finds himself jammed up. Oh, both boys go for an elbow at the same time and connect.
Yes, you heard both corners calling for the same thing.
Just blinking now is Szalay. A good jab from Dimps from the southpaw position. Beautiful work from Szalay. Just looking to occupy the hands of Dimps Gillies. Gets into the clinch. Oh, good left hook, connects from the guillotine. He's doing well just to roll and pick up those shots with the catch. Is Dimps Gillies. So good in the pocket. Spent so much time there even before he got into MMA. Just sparring in backyards, and it's developed a really quick eye. Look at that from Szalay though, just rolls under the armpit and comes up with 2 punches. There's a good left hand from the guillotine. 2 minutes to play now in the second MCT.
Well, some say Dimps Gillies learned how to fight before he learned how to walk, and there's no surprises. They're digging to the body now, and man, what we're seeing is their professional boxing experience on display from Gillies. He spent some time in the ring transitioning those skills to the cage. A stiff jab sees more blood come from the nose of Szalay.
Yeah, he's definitely landing the harder of the punches. Salay's doing a lot of work in these little exchanges, though, on the inside. Here's Dimps Gillies going for a single leg. The freestyle team spent a lot of time up against the fence. I'm not sure if Dimps was really chasing that. He's just looking to eat up some of the clock and find an opportunity to land on the break. Just stalking forward is Dimps Gillies.
Counting down the final minute of round number 2 of a possible 5 sets. Szalay starting to find his feet in the latter stages of the second round. Outside sweep unsuccessful.
Yeah, beautiful work there from Sebastian Szalay. Dimps Gillies, he's in a fight now. Clinch from Szalay, but thinks better of the knee. And again, Dimps Gillies is so good at just rolling out to the side to avoid those moments. That's a karate takedown there from Szalay. Dimps Gillies wise to it. He's been so hard to take down in his career. There's a good right hook from the guillotine. Just a little bit of trouble with his eye, I feel like. There's a lot of blinking going on.
Indeed there is. Interesting stat about Dimps Gillies, never been finished as a professional. He's fought across almost every single weight class from heavyweight down to featherweight here tonight, Matt Williams. And if he can put the cherry on top of the Sunday, that is a stellar MMA career, and take home the Eternal Featherweight Championship, Dimps Gillies. The Eternal Tour. Make sure you tune in to UFC Fight Pass or head on over to eternalmma.com and purchase tickets for the Gold Coast. We'll see you there. Round 3 underway.
Beautiful work going upstairs with the left leg is Szalay. Dimps Gillies picking up where he left off at the end of round number 2, stalking forward. Szalay trying to fight off the back foot. He's in excellent condition is Szalay. Returning up here to his home state where he cut his teeth. A lot of support in the crowd. And of course, Wollongong home. Dimps Gillies faked with the right hand, comes with the left hook. Beautiful feint from the pocket from Dimps Gillies, jabs with the right hand. Szalay, beautiful combination, goes to the body, comes back upstairs with the right hand.
And you can just see the experience from both of these guys. I mean, we talk about Dimps Gillies' life of fighting. Seb Szalay possesses the same experience, just in a different way, in a different style, Matt.
Yeah, he's so sophisticated with his traps, so good at choosing when and where he wants to fight, chooses to step into that pocket that time, frame off and land a strike, so much variation. There's a good left hand and a right straight from Szalay. Digs to the body, does Dimps Gillies. Forced on his chasing and following to a little bit in round number 3. Tries to spread the base to land a big shot up top now.
Nice left hand over the top for Szalay. Significant strikes in favor of the man from freestyle in round 3.
I like the inside leg kicks from Dimps. They're a great way of cutting off the lateral movement. She's in the flow state now. I think they'll really serve him.
Almost like he's in a trance, Matt Williams. It's incredible to see cage side.
Yeah, when you look into his eyes, it's almost like he's gone somewhere else, and he has. He's in his happy place right now, the guillotine. Szalay doing an excellent job of fighting off the back foot. Look at that. Just slips out to the right-hand side, gets a collar tie, uses it to disengage. Gillies just trying to find his moment here. He's been... Oh, beautiful right uppercut from the guillotine. Just needs to follow it up, does Dimps Gillies. Sebastian Szalay getting a lot of work off in round number 3. We're halfway through. There's a good left hand as he shifts, then disengages. Outside low kick for right hand swap between the pair. GT team calling for Gillies to keep boxing. They want some more volume out of their boy.
Well, he's trying to land that lead left hook that has seen so many fights finish in favor of the guillotine, using the lead jab to set that one up, and a right hand Lands on the inside for the guillotine once again, that uppercut, as Seb starts to dip his head.
Yes, they've definitely seen something in the NGT corner, and they're looking to target it. And you feel like they fancy themselves landing that right uppercut as Szalay dips and comes out to his right-hand side. Little fake and good jab off the back foot from Szalay. He's really starting to find a home from that tee.
Oh, he is, and he's finding success with it. Outside sweep unsuccessful again, but that right hand catches the attention of Dimps. Szalay certainly picking up the pace here in the third round. 1 minute to go now.
He's just starting to freeze Dimps when he feints now. So Salay's faking and then freezing Dimps, and then he gets to choose his shot. 1 minute to go. Dimps measuring with the lead hand. Uppercut to the body once more from Dimps Gillies. So well conditioned coming into this fight is Gillies. Haven't seen him in this kind of neck before. Able to sustain this kind of pace.
Well, as he mentioned in his own documentary on Laid Bare, he's taking it seriously now. I mean, this is his life. Why would he not take it seriously?
Szalay, they've done great work on that cut over the right eye. It stopped bleeding coming into the third. I thought it might be a problem. Oh, look at that. It's going straight under the head kick like a video game. Great little counter right hand from Sebastian Szalay, doing so well to fight off the back foot, which has been the story of the third round tee.
Final 10 seconds, and we are going to follow the trend of tonight's championship matchups. Fourth round incoming after the early onslaught from Dimps Gillies in rounds 1 and 2.
There's a big smile from Dimps Gillies to his friends and family in the front row, stalking now, hands low, continuing to mount this pressure coming into the championship rounds. What adjustments will be made from both teams coming into the fourth. Good counter offensive phase from Szalay. Dimps does well to catch and defend and parry. Sets up the left hook, stiff right jab from Szalay. Inside rear kick from Dimps Gillies. Has had so much success with those, but how's the punching after the high kick from Szalay? Beautiful work. A real striker's fest in here in our main event for the finale of the Featherweight Grand Prix.
Well, they must have been watching our co-main event for what Blake Richardson has labelled the greatest fight in the history of Australian MMA between Harry Webb and Kevin Cobhamel. Harry Webb victorious in that one. Who will come out on top between Dimps Gillies and Seb Szalay?
There's a good low kick from Dimps Gillies. He's got that look in his eyes once more. MCT. Just glazed over. Right in this fight. Good right hand as Szalay shifts forward. Finds a good connection. He does that well. He just slips the punch and gets in close and uses the frames to create range. Faking well. Freestyle known for their fake game too. Volkanovski's built a career on it. And adapted it beautifully to his style, has Sebastian Szalay.
No one does it better than the great Alexander Volkanovski. One of the greatest of all times. He's in town for UFC 305. That goes down tomorrow. No doubt he'll be cheering his man Seb Szalay on from a distance here tonight.
A little bit of breakdancing too, I've seen. Volkanovski can do it all. Send him to the next Olympics.
Might start calling him the ray gun man.
The ray gun. There's a right hand from Dimps Gillies. Szalay's got this ability to kind of stop guys' offense. They kind of get caught watching the movie as it unfolds. Dimps Gillies just trying to find his moment, trying to put it all into one shot. The pressure starting to add up. A right elbow misses from Gillies, trying to get it done with a big shot. He's done so much damage with the low kicks. I'd like to see him go back to those. Slips the jab, frames on the chin. Szalay moves off to his right-hand side.
Well, you can see Dimps starting to bite just a little harder on those feints. Seb will look to use those to reset Dimps' head position and strike from where it's most comfortable. He did it in round number 3, but Dimps Gillies making things just a tad more difficult in the fourth.
Big left hand misses from Dimps Gillies, so does the right hook on the inside. Trying to dig to the body now is Gillies, trying to come forward, find something in the closing stages of round number 4. Minute and a half to go. Was exchanging some words, not sure what that's about. The right eye started to leak again from Szalay. Showed some real signs of battle from the first couple rounds. Left hand connects from Dimps Gillies. Step in right elbow from Szalay. A lot of blood now coming from that eye. Dimps Gillies will like that. He's like a shark when there's a bit of blood in the water. Comes forward. Oh, look at that counter left from Sebastian Szalay all day.
Big shots for Szalay on the outside. Dimps Gillies, although he seems unfazed, there's a bit of blood coming from the right ear and above the right eye of Szalay. Both of these guys putting it all on the line here in the 4th round of our main event, Matt.
Steps in so well as he shifts, does Szalay. I think he's trying to get him in the second phase here, is Szalay. He's looking to land to get the hands up, and then he's coming back in on a half beat. Potentially looks like he's trying to get the takedown. That's a great shifting right hand. Beautiful counter work from Sebastian Szalay. Tight little uppercut on the inside from Dimps Gillies. 20 seconds now. He's in quite a few of those this round, Dimps Gillies. Needs to get to work here. Can't afford. Oh, great right hook. That rung the bells from Dimps Gillies. It only takes one, and that was a big moment. Storming forward now is Dimps Gillies. Blood in the water.
He could be saved by the bell here, Seb Szalay. Dimps caught him just as he was dipping to the right. Big moments of tonight's main event. Here we go. They do touch gloves for this one. Lead left hook just misses.
All that toil, all that hard work, all those years on the training mats for these two, all that blood spilt, figuratively and literally, comes down to this moment. The vacant featherweight title up for grabs. Dimps Gillies versus Sebastian Szalay. Outside leg kick from Dimps Gillies. And he recreate that big moment he had at the end of round 4.
We've seen him pull a rabbit out of the Hawke's Bay hat. Matt Williams, can he do it again here tonight?
He does, I'm sure, end up in a stew at the end of the night. Good jab off the back foot from Sebastian in the clinch. Faking, jousting with both hands. Szalay just so good at hitting, then closing all the space, leaving no room for a reply from Dimps Gillies. He's on his bike in the 5th, looking to touch and move with Sebastian Szalay. They would have drilled this hundreds of times down at Freestyle MMA. Slips that one to Dimps Gillies. What can he find? Looks at the legs, comes upstairs with the right hand. Good kick to the leg from Dimps. Szalay tries to pick it up to get a takedown. This one really warming up. Championship round, the 5th and final.
Well, we've seen this so many times before from Dimps. As the fight progresses, he just seems to get better. Seb Szalay taking a leaf out of that book. As the fight goes on, he is finding his rhythm more comfortably on the outside. Heavy check and left hook misses again. Szalay seems to have the range down packed thus far.
Yeah, Szalay's doing a really good job at the moment of hitting and moving. He's choosing when and where the fight's being fought. There's been a couple times where the heads have come together, and Dimps Gillies not happy with that one. Bit of a warning from the referee, and we're off and away. Oh, left hand is stiff, and a great connection from Szalay. A little bit of fire in the belly now from Dimps Gillies. I think he needs it. Half round done in the 5th. Gillies coming forward. He wants it so bad. The featherweight title. That big old check will look great sticking out of his back pocket. But he can't get his hands on Szalay at the moment. He's moving well. He's boxing beautifully.
Nice right hand from Szalay, lands down the middle. But Gillies again, that uppercut. That closed out round number 4. Landing once again. Szalay seems unbothered thus far.
He landed beautifully twice, didn't he, there? Once to the chin and once to the sternum. Classic boxing punch from Dimps Gillies. On the counter with the left hook now. So hard to counter is Szalay. There's moments, punches and setups that Dimps Gillies would usually have success with, but Salay's positioning so awkward, he's not there to be found. Excellent balance for Gillies, avoids the takedown, coming forward now.
Final minute counting down in round number 5. A great round for Seb Szalay. Left hook over the top lands for Gillies. Looking to work on the inside now, but Szalay keeping things at a distance as he continues to dip in. Looking for his own clinch, Matt.
Yeah, well, look, there's 2 safe places in the fight at the moment. That's all the way out or all the way in for Szalay. As if he hangs out in mid-range, he's got to cop a big punch courtesy of Dimps Gillies. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. 45 seconds for all the biscuits. Dimps Gillies digging deep, trying to find something now. Digs to the body, right hand lands from Dimps Gillies. Sebastian Szalay on his bike, heading and moving. Great exhibition of decision making and low risk striking from Sebastian Szalay.
Urgency picked up for Gillies. He knows he's got to get to work here. Neither of these guys want to leave it in the hands of the judges. 10 seconds left on the clock here at our main event. What a way to go into the history books. One of the greatest cards ever witnessed here at the HBF Stadium in Perth, Western Australia. Big right hand on the buzzer for Seb Szalay, who'll call this one to a close.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. Our 3 judges score the fight 49-46, 50-45, and 49-46 for your winner via unanimous decision and new Eternal Featherweight Champion, Sebastian Szalay!